Army of Thieves, the brand new Netflix film, which is a prequel to the film that came out earlier this year, Army of the Dead. And the thing about it was, I was going to watch this movie because I am in the camp of I enjoy Army of the Dead. I enjoyed that film. I thought it was fun. I thought it was. That's what I felt watching that film. I just had a really fun, quick-paced time, and of course, you've got the gore and the zombies, and very creative how the zombies communicated, and I thought it was a really creative film. And at the same time, able to insert, let the 15-year-old out of me and go like, oh my god, gore, violence, like just having a hell of a good time with it. So naturally, okay, we're gonna have a prequel. We're gonna focus on one of the characters from the first film. Okay, we're gonna do a certain like a heist film, as the first film was, but we're gonna do a standard heist film before the zombies showed up mostly. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I watched it, and I will say, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. I mean, there's some creative stuff in it. I mean, you got the mythology of it. You got the stuff, how when the action comes around, it's shot really well, put together. And knowing that the heist of itself inside this movie is a vault locking, like unlocking vaults. It's maybe not the most appealing and the most visually exciting heist concept in the world, so they try and find ways to make it appealing by zooming into the vault and seeing the gears turning and twisting, and I'm like, okay, that's a great way. I like that. So I like the visual aspect of it, but this movie is a slog to go through. This is a slog to go through, because what you have here is a couple of things. One is, like, okay, you got this character, Sebastian, who was in the first film. And clearly they're like, hey, in Army of the Dead, we think people are going to like this character, so we're going to make this character have a spin-off film. So, naturally, cool. But the problem here is that Army of the Dead isn't well fleshed out in its characters, so you're hopefully that the spin-off film is going to flesh it out, right? But no, you have the same problems, because what you have here is a character who works 100% better when he's not the center of it. He's a side character. Because there's no depth towards him. There's no, like, he's not that interesting, and none of these characters are well interesting. I really do enjoy the heist genre, but the thing is that you have the whistle heist films is that the members of the team could just turn into all they're known for is just the thing. You got the hacker, you have the mastermind, you had the driver, you got the muscle. And that's literally their personalities. Oh, and Bastion has a thing for the mastermind. The main female lead in the film. Yeah. But it's like there's no depth towards it at all with this movie. Even we have the flippin' French inspector who's hunting them down while they're going through the 3 vaults. And it's just not. They're going through the 3 vaults, and he's a fucking stereotype as well. He's just we in the zombie apocalypse, and we for the zombies, I got shot in my leg. I need to lock these people up and all that. It's just not. The character stuff as well. And the thing is, this movie is nothing but exposition. Because this movie is it's the whole thing of hey, your main character is going to tell you the story, and we're going to see said story. And he's going to show and tell us information. But the problem is, he tells us the information while the fucking characters that he's talking about are saying said information. And I'm like, it's better if they say it, not you. Or we find out later, or you cut that shit out so we find out that same information there. This movie is horrible. This is a bad film. Absolutely. And you feel like, well, what about the zombies? I mean, it's, a prequel to Army of the Dead. Like, what about zombies? Yeah, the zombies just felt really tacked on. It felt like, okay, we need to kind of, like, know what it's a prequel of. We kind of need to somehow squeeze zombies in there. It's just not good of a film. And it's like, yeah, it's just... Like, as I said, the action's good, the acting is pretty well put together, like, the performances are good. Maybe outside the expecter. But, it's dull and just uninteresting and just drags on, and it had all these things that drags on this film as well. It's just a really poor together film, and it's like, hopefully Planet of the Dead, I think that's what the sequel called, the official sequel to Army of the Dead, is a hell of a lot better, and gives that fun aspect into the film as the Army did.